What's good, y'all? This your boy Red Dot back with another video, and today I'm talking about another top 5 type of list I got. But the list I got for you today is 5 games that I think literally deserve a remaster. Okay, so let me give you a disclaimer on remasters. The one community that I blame for these monstrosities of remasters is Final Fantasy VII community. Y'all niggas, yeah. It's not really a lot to say. Let's just say this: Final Fantasy VII been the most remastered game probably in history, from what I know, from just the games I've been playing. Okay, I don't want niggas to start throwing other games at me that I never heard about. Don't give a fuck. I played Final Fantasy. I know Final Fantasy was one of the most remastered games, and Final Fantasy VII is the most remastered game of the Final Fantasy franchise that I played. Compared to any other game that came out, Final Fantasy VII, most remastered game ever. Like, I'm talking about shooting games, basketball games, it don't matter. That was the most remastered game, so it been remastered on PlayStation 2, Nintendo, PSP, PS3, PS4, PS5 is gonna be getting remastered for. Not Dreamcast. Nintendo Wii, I think it was on. Game Boy. That's a lot of systems. PC at that. Like, are we counting that as a system? Cause that's another one. I don't know if it's on that Stadia shit. I don't really know, but mobile gaming, Final Fantasy VII is up there. Yes, it is. So that's a lot of Final Fantasy content. 7 at that. Not no other ones you can find. Just Final Fantasy VII. It's funny how that's the only one you could really find on everything. That's funny. But yeah, I blame y'all niggas. Final Fantasy VII niggas. For all this remastered bullshit. Now we got remastered The Last of Us 1 Part 1. It's gonna be useless. Unless it got multiplayer up there, it's useless. Nobody's buying that. If you had a PS3, you played it. It was a greatest hit. There's no way in hell that you didn't play The Last of Us Part 1 yet. There's no way. It came out for 2 systems. So I hope niggas is not stupid. I just hope niggas, like, it be just those YouTube niggas who get mad money and shit. I hope they're the only ones that's buying that. Because if you're buying this, you're retarded. Like, point blank. It's nothing to simplify. You're just dumb. Like, that's it. Point blank period. So, what other game? Spider-Man. How many times this game gonna get? Like, these games, it's because of Final Fantasy. Because we not getting no remasters we want. Like, we asking for none of that. We ain't getting none of that. So, when y'all looking for somebody to blame for remasters, please blame the Final Fantasy community. Those the niggas who y'all should be blaming. They love Cloud and Sephiroth. Like, I don't know why. I can't figure it out. I can't find out what happened. What flashback that y'all fell in love with, started busting nuts all over the screen for. Like, what did y'all see in this nigga Cloud head that made y'all bust nuts? Because it ain't no reason for you to like that much. It's 2 niggas. 2, and that's it. That y'all fell in love with. Y'all know y'all didn't fall with no Tifa. No other character y'all know y'all didn't fall in love for. Like, what the fuck? It's the same 2 niggas every time you type something in. Cloud and Sephiroth. Those the main niggas. We know the story. We know what happened between them. We know. We know already. We know who died. We know what happened. So how many times we gotta keep seeing that? Before y'all get it in y'all head that they just making this shit so y'all can buy it. And then y'all, it seems like y'all don't really care. Y'all begging for the next one and all this. Like, y'all niggas is fucking stupid, man. Like, I don't know how y'all do that shit. But anyway, let me get to the list, man. Oh, yeah, wasting time. Alright, 5 games that's worth remastering, right? This game I got on the screen. Dead Rising 1. No, I don't have it on the screen just to be showing off the games that I'm talking about. Because I don't have game footage for none of these other games. So I just got this there just because I'm trying to do the, the third or fourth ending. And I'm just chilling, letting the time go by because I don't really give a fuck about nothing. But anyway. Alright. So we got number 1, Dead Rising 1. Now, if you haven't played this for Xbox 360, then you missed the point where it was super hot. Like, if you was back on those systems and those consoles, or whatever you want to call it, when this game came out as a demo, it was already on everybody's mind. Everybody was talking about it. It had high critic scores. It was a demo at that time. Then when the game dropped, everybody was loving it. It was a hot game. It was very, very good. Very, very good. So, they got side missions that people probably don't know about. They got ways you could gain easy PP that people probably don't know about. Weapons in the game that could last all the way to the end of the game that people don't know about. But you have to do certain things to, have that happen. Shortcuts in the game that people probably don't know about. Like, it's over 100 things in this game that you could tell somebody that they probably don't know about this game. Like, that's how it works. Like, this game's so, like, fundamentally scattered. Like, that you can't get everything in one go. Like, you just can't do it. Like, you have to play the game multiple times. That's why the replay value is so great. Really, I give the game a 9 out of 10. Because it excited me when I played the demo. It was super, super exciting when I played the full game. So it's like, why wouldn't I give it that? Like, when I first played the game, I was lost. They barely knew what to do. I know I was saving people because the arrow pointed to them. Like, you might start doing that when you first play the game. But overall, I didn't really know what was going on. Like, it was a brand new, fresh experience. And that's what I loved about games, is fresh experiences. Not remakes. Fresh experiences. And then it was zombies on top of that, so it was like, hell yeah. Because I'm a Resident Evil nigga. And then this game was like almost better than those games. It's just, the sad part about it got on one player. And I'm not talking about no Resident Evil 4 or no nothing like that, because that game was fire too, but it's not on the list. Because obviously, and dumb enough that they out here trying to remaster Resident Evil 4 for some reason. Don't even need to touch that, but they will do it anyway, for the cash, for the money, obviously. But yeah, Dead Rising 1, man. Like, if they was to remaster it, like, they would have to put it on multiplayer. Like, I wouldn't see why they wouldn't do that. Because that would be probably one of the main requests, if not. Yeah. Like, multiplayer would get this shit it would really spice things up. Like, cause you would already know what to do. You would just be having fun right out the gate. Like, right out the gate. I can't see niggas not having fun on 2 players on Dead Rising 1. Like, fire. 9 out of 10. I don't know what else to really say about that. Plenty of weapons. 9 out of 10. Number 2. Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks. Now, PS2 days, when this game first got like announced and they was talking about it, I ain't really give a fuck. I didn't really give a fuck because I didn't know what the game was really, bringing to the table. Like, I didn't know if it was going to be like Mortal Kombat, what came with Deadly Alliance or any of that other shit, like Deception or whatever. Like, I don't remember if I think Deception did come out before Shaolin Monks, right? So, excuse me. Shaolin Monks 2-player co-op was unbelievable. Like, you got two Shaolin monks, just Liu Kang and Kung Lao, fighting together against niggas. Like, enemies, bosses, secrets all throughout the game. Like, Mortal Kombat on 2 players story mode. How can't that game get somebody attention? It's Mortal freaking Kombat. That's all I really gotta say about that kind of a little bit. We know what Mortal Kombat does. Gore, ripping niggas' heads off, killing niggas, fatalities. They got like 10 fatalities for both of the characters. Like 10 of them? That's a lot of fatalities that one nigga can have. Then they got bonus characters you can unlock for multiplayer and shit. And then they got the secret 2 characters, Sub-Zero and Scorpion, you can use for story mode. And then they got fatal. It was just a lot. It was just a lot. It was just a lot. If you nearly 100% completed that game, you was the shit. You was the shit. You was the shit. How you know you was the shit? In the hood, if you got this game, somebody could possibly rob your ass for that shit. You was the shit. You was the shit. That and Mortal Kombat Deception. Niggas will rob you for those. You was the shit. I give Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks a 9 out of 10 again. Like, it's just that good. It's that good. It was that good. Fatalities. You going from realm to realm, killing bosses. You killing Baraka, Melina, and the whole trio. You almost killed damn near the whole trio. Katana got lucky. But you killed the other ones. You murdered them niggas. Cold blood. Stabbed them in their eyes and all that shit. Like, it was a crazy experience. You get on that shit and you start killing niggas and you like, the fuck? These niggas really going crazy. Like, this nigga Liu Kang, woo, he really wilding out there. Like, those niggas was really snapping necks. They was really on that cold-blooded shit in that game. They wasn't playing no games. Like, they had to get out of it. Live or die. Like, that's how they was going by shit in Shaolin Monks. Like, they wasn't playing no games at all. Like, they killing some shit. For real, for real. So that's 9 out of 10 right there. So number 3, Need for Speed Underground 2 or Most Wanted. Ride spinners. We ride spinners. We ride spinners. Who remember Need for Speed Underground 2 when the spinners and shit, they had selections of the spinners and shit? I remember when I went to my cousin's house and I seen that nigga put on some spinners. Oh, I need that game. That's what I was thinking in my head. Like, I need that game bad. Cause it's like something about those fucking spinners, man. And the way that Snoop Dogg song used to hit, like, riders on the storm, into the south we're born. Like, then they had the one hit Nas. Like, that was working for me because I was good at driving and shit. Like, nostalgia. That game was goated, man. And then Most Wanted, it was goated. It was goated. Cop chasers. Fucking. That's when they bring the Nas. You get to refill your Nas. But I would rather than remastered Need for Speed Underground 2, only because Most Wanted, they will most likely just make money off that game. Just try to make money and that's it, because they will charge you for the Nas. They will make sure, like, if you want powerful Nas that last long, you gotta pay for that, and I don't think that would be good for the game. So Need for Speed 2 Underground 2 will most likely be the number 1 remastered. Like, that I want. I'm not saying the number 1. I'm gonna say the one that I want remastered is Need for Speed Underground 2, because it was that fire. That was the one that I first started competing with niggas with, like around the neighborhood or my cousin or somebody. I'm like, nigga, my car way better than yours. Way better. That's all I used to say. Way better, nigga. Way better. I ride spinners. But that's all I used to say. And I'm winning almost every race. That was when me and the homies used to bring the TV outside. Put that shit right in front of the crib. Got the wires coming through the window. Like, we used to get it smacking in the hood. It wasn't no games out there. We used to get it smacking out there. PS2, GameCube. We used to get it popping. We wasn't boring. We used to get that shit smacking, nigga. And that's how everybody started, you know, debating on who was the best and all that shit. Nigga, my name came up. My name came up. Niggas think I'm lying. I could go back and find screenshots. I could go back and find some things. Niggas think I'm lying about that. My name came up in the hood. It's, yo, who the best out there? I don't know. I ain't GB. My name. So, like, I'm gonna just leave that out there. My name came up. So, Need for Speed. I don't even. Did I rate Mortal Kombat? Oh, yeah, I did. 9. So, Need for Speed Underground 2. I think I'll give that a close to a 9, but like an 8.7. Cause it wasn't like I was literally in love with racing games. It just, this shit piqued my interest to the point where I was like, I gotta have this game. And the story mode was fire. Had a lot of little side missions, people you could talk to, and they whip that shit, and you know you could race motherfuckers and do like random race. Like, it was fire. It was just fire. It was a fire experience when you first get into those types of games. Fire, easily fire experience, man. I don't know about no Midnight Club like that. I wasn't a Midnight Club guy. I was a Need for Speed guy. Sorry, I was a Need for Speed guy. So Need for Speed, I get that shit at 8.7. Need for Speed Underground 2. Yeah. So number 4, boom. We got Tony Hawk's Underground. Ooh, I'm the king of the underground. Now, niggas might not know about Tony Hawk because it's a skateboard game. That's cool. That's what's up. That is. It might not be your cup of tea. But if skateboarding was back then, Tony Hawk Underground 1 was probably the one you played first. Like, when they really started to get real glitchy with the skateboarding games. Tony Hawk Underground really paved the way for that, man. They had the customized tricks. They had a nice little story when they like introduced the characters and shit. The way they do it, like when you meet the pro skaters and shit, like they be actually talking to you. Like it ain't they just got a thing over their head and you just go to them and start doing shit. Nah, hell no. You actually talking to these people and shit. And that's you know one of the things that was making it fire is like you get to conversate with niggas and like. That was one of the first times you actually heard their voices and shit. So I'm like, wow, they actually got this in the game now, which is crazy. And then they had the nice ass soundtrack that went with it, man. I just remember that King of the Underground soundtrack right now. I know they got some bangers in it, but I don't remember all of them. I just remember that one because that's the nostalgia. That's that nostalgia. That's how I remember, like. It's that King of the Underground song. And then I remember this nigga who you was with when you first start off in the story mode. He act like he your friend and shit. And then later on, he basically robbing you for your moves. Like, you see that this nigga stealing your moves and shit. Like, who the fuck want to skate with a nigga like that? You stealing my moves, B? You stealing my moves, B? I just heard from the other niggas in the city you stealing my moves, B. And then you meet this nigga in the tournament and bust his ass. Oh, yeah. That was a good ass fucking story mode, man. Like, it's not a lot you could really explain about this type of game because it's like you just go up the ramp, do tricks. Like, you get to customize your own tricks, go from city to city, nice story mode. Like, that's explaining stuff to you as you go along. Like, it's just a lot of stuff going on in that game. Like, if you put the difficulty up, it's more challenging. They got more people you could talk to and more challenging missions. Like, okay, one time, like, on normal, they probably might have you do, like, I say you go up a ramp, like, go do that little 360 nose grab, whatever. So then you put it on hard, he like, nigga, do a 900 nose grab. Like, don't do, there ain't no 360 now, it's 900 now. So, like, that was replay value right there. Like, you get to play the game again on a hard difficulty, and then they give you a whole different set list of tricks to do. Like, you're not doing the same shit on normal that you was doing on hard. I mean, on hard that you was doing on wherever what you want. Yeah, I know what I mean by that. But Tony Hawk Underground for me was definitely like a 9.3 or some shit like that. I don't know. I'm just like a 9.3 out of 10, man. Because that was one of the best skateboarding games I ever played when skateboarding really started hitting the market. Like for real. Like, okay, this game is godly. Like, that was a godly start off for Tony Hawk Underground. That was so godly. Whew. It was. If you don't understand, you just don't. But that was number 4. Tony Hawk Underground rated 9.3 out of 10. So number 5, we got Metal Gear Solid 2 or 3. Now, I didn't include 1 because 1 wasn't that glitchy to me. But number 2 and 3 is when they really got tactical on that ass. They really got tactical on that ass. Now, let me explain. Part 2 and Part 3, you can't beat them without actually trying to learn something. Like, you gotta learn something in these games. Like, you're not just going through, he tell you where to go, you take a left, he tell you to go right, you take it. Like, you don't do that in this type of game. This game is tactical. So you gotta kinda, ant-man it around. You gotta go through the little ant farm, to try to find things. That's basically how I look at this game. It's an ant farm. Because you really don't know what's going on until you look everywhere. Like, you gotta really get yourself immersed in that fucking game, like, in order for you to know what's happening and what route you should go and should I go down or up. Like, it's one of them type of games, man. It was one of them types of games. Like, I remember so much, like, Part 2 when this nigga first take his mask off and you like, who this nigga? And then it's riding, I think. And you thought it was Snake the whole time, like, then you start walking, like, right at the beginning of the game, I think I got stuck one time. Like, when I first played the, what was it, Liberty? Was it Liberty? I think it was Liberty. I don't know, what was number 2, the Patriots? I think it was Patriots, alright. Yeah, so, when I first started playing that, I think I got stuck on that part. Like, right at the beginning, I didn't know what the fuck to do. I didn't know which way to go, none of that. Like, I had to literally, like, start it over a couple times before I started just like, alright, before I started over again, let me make sure I check everything. Like, let me look around in this little mode where you looking at the gun. Like, I had to look everywhere before I found out where to go. Like, I swear to God. Like, it was that hard. Like, if you never played these games before, it's going to be hard at the beginning because you're not really going to know what the fuck to do. Now, Metal Gear Solid 4, they would tell you what to do a little bit, so you kind of going to know. I would recommend playing Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3 before you play 4 because 4 kind of like, it took the easy route. I feel like they took the easy route. 4 is still a beast. Like, don't get me wrong, Metal Gear Solid 4 for PS3 and shit, still a beast, still a monster. I would definitely play that again. But 2 and 3, straight beasts. Like, when it came to knowledge and shit, like, alright, need some background, right? Part 3, it was a mission where you can kill a nigga before you even have to face him as a boss. And that's in PS2. So imagine them putting that in the game, programming that in the game for PS2. Imagine that getting remastered. Imagine Part 2 getting remastered or something like that. Like, man. If you never play, I don't like spoiling stuff in games if niggas really never played them and you don't know nothing about them. So that's why I don't really want to say a lot about Metal Gear Solid because it's really a good fucking game, man. Like, you really gotta play that if you haven't played that. Definitely if you a PlayStation nigga. How are you a PlayStation nigga and you never played Metal Gear? You might as well just give up on your your PlayStation career. Go to Xbox or something. I'm going to Xbox. I ain't saying it's bad. But I'm just saying, like, how can you have a PlayStation all your life and you never played Metal Gear Solid? You never played games like Need for Speed or Tony Hawk Underground or Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks. Like, how could you not have played those for PS2? It's like you was lost, or you didn't have no money, or somebody was broke or something. Like something happened. But anyway, what I give Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3 as a whole, like I will rate those games like part 2. I will get at a solid 9. A solid 9. Part 3, I would give that shit like a 9.5 or like probably even higher, 9.67. Let me see, what would I would really give that game like I'm gonna just say a 9.5 just to say fuck it. Cause that game was so good and it was hard at the same time. It was hard at the same damn time. Replay value was goated. Like, gotta play Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3, man. Snake Eater. You don't know nothing about that? You don't really know PS2 gaming, man. I'm telling you, if you never played Metal Gear Solid 2 or 3, I'm kind of upset about that. I promise y'all I will be. Let me know, man. Like I said, I've rated all my games. Like, let me know if y'all agree with me or whatever, or let me know y'all top, 5 games that y'all think is worth remastering right now. Because we getting some bullshit. So just let me know, man. Hit me up, holla at me, put a like or whatever. Like, I say this, if I get like 3 likes on this video, I'll probably do another one. Cause there's other games I thought of, but it's just like, nah, these the ones that right now, like, I think they will pop off. Like right now, I think they will pop off. So just let me know, man. Am I bullshitting? Am I saying anything? Let me know if I missed something in these games that I've been talking about. And hit me up, man. Peace.